Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of War Thunder. That's right, we're doing War Thunder now. I previously, grinded on this game. I'm a German main. I do not say that Germany is unbalanced or anything, because, why would I? And, yeah, basically, uh, this is basically the start of War Thunder, so I guess I'll show you off my, tech trees, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused on what I should do. So Panzer 3 variants are pretty hard to print. The Panzer 3 variants are probably the longest. I do grind the Tiger part because I'm trying to grind to the KPZ 70. I realized that if I kept grinding the Tigers, I would eventually stop at rank 6, so I started grinding Panthers, tank these tank destroyers specifically, and the SPAAs. Main reason why I'm researching the SPAAs is because I want the Weasel 184, this tiny little guy. And I want the Gepard and Ocelot. All these are pretty much great. Flak Wreck, Panzer Roland 2, and Flak Wreck Red. aka Flüge Raketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzug. I'm not German, by the way, but I somehow managed to master the art of speaking the German. aka Flak Wreck Red. It's pretty much a haha I win Sam. The Panthers will eventually lead me to the G variant, which is gonna be sad. Then the Leopard 1 is gonna be excellent because I get the starter DM13, APDS. Surprisingly good. It only has NVDs. It's the only Leopard in this rank. And then we have the Leopard A1A1 and Leopard 1A5. These two are basically the same thing, except one has more armor than the other. Actually, I can't tell the difference because I'm stupid. And then we have a Leopard 2K, which features the 120mm Rheinmetall 120 L44 cannon with a top-mounted AA 20mm Rheinmetall 202 cannon, and a 7.62mm MG3A1 machine gun in the next to the cannon. And then we have the Leopard 2A4, uses the same gun as the 2K, and then we have the 2A5, same gun as the 2A4. Then we have the L55 cannon mounted on the Leopard 2A6. I mainly just play War Thunder for fun. The premiums I have for the tanks is a Panzer IIc DAC. This was a premium that I stuck with for a little while. I also have the Term 3, the Pro Bogensträger mit 3 Axe, Stabilisiertem Term. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then we have the Leopard A1A1 L44, uses the Rheinmetall 120 L44 cannon. This was my first premium I ever got. Actually, my first modern tank premium. And then my favorite Leopard 2A4 Panzer Battalion 123. Has 76mm smoke grenade launcher. Times 16, if that's even important at all. I'm currently getting the Leopard 2 PL Squadron, but I'm not even getting it because I want to look cool. I'm actually just getting it because I get the DM-43. I just really want the DM-43, man. Just leave me be. But we also have the yeah, that's basically all from my tech tree. My Ostwind is in my main tech tree right here. Now, I mainly focus on the German tech tree because I love it. I don't have helicopters because, in my opinion, helicopters are basically cheat codes. My aviation tech tree, I haven't researched that much, but I did get a premium FW190D13. Pretty cool because it has two 20mm MG151 cannons. I mean, three 20mm MG 151 cannons. 4 50-kilogram SC-50JA bombs is what I'm currently carrying with this, along with a 500-kilogram SC-500K bomb. This plane is really great at dogfighting and bombing runs. It can also go as fast as a jet in a dive, so it's great for a boom and zoom. It can also reach Mach 1 if you want it to. I also have the BV-238. It's the only plane that I have that is also the biggest. It's basically a flying aircraft carrier, pretty much. You can land an aircraft on its wings, but and tanks will also go on its wings if the tanks are wing level, and if they have enough speed to get on the wings, that is. We also have premium American things, I guess. But I mainly just started researching this part because I just really wanted the ME-264 long-range bomber. I'm researching the FW-190 part of the tech tree because that will actually get me to jets very, very quick. The middle part I am not too worried about because all it really is just air defense fighters, interceptors, strike aircraft very rarely. Most of the time you'll see strike aircraft later on, and then you'll see 2 jet fighters in rank 5. These are very terrible, except this one. It's actually pretty good. This side of the tech tree I don't recommend you research a lot. This side, this part, however, I do recommend you should research it. If you want a jet that can reach super fast speeds, then definitely research this side. The MiGs, pretty much, the haha, I win. And the MiG-23 is probably the fastest fighter in the German tech tree. Now let me show off my American tech tree. Not a lot of air. I don't focus on Army that much. But I did manage to finally get the heat shells on the M4A3 105. But back to Germany. I have a Panzer IV-H, which is pretty much the Panzer IV, but for girls and Panzer, pretty much. This is my lineup of Panzer IIIs and IVs. The Marder III uses a Panzer hull, I'm guessing, from a Panzer 38, which I would consider a Panzer 3. I also have the Heinkel 111H3, basically a bomber with only 2 engines and absolutely sucks. Panzer 4F2 is one of the tanks I played with for a very long time, until realizing how bad it was. And then the Panzer 4H, and then the Panzer 4F1. The Panzer 4F1 is really, really great. My tier 1 planes, I don't really focus on planes that much, like I said. These are basically for my 5SD TTG, which was featured in a different video. And then we have the tier 1 Panzers, Panzerjäger, Flak Panzer. Both of those are 1, Panzer 3F and Panzer 3B, and then the Panzer 2C DAC. My low tier is basically just the Stur Emil. I should probably change that Verbal-Wind to an Ostwind, because, why wouldn't I? That FW190 is fine. My modern consists of the Term 3. Leopard 2, I have 2 different variations of it. It's the Tricolor Desert Camouflage and the Standard. Standard basically consists of 4 decals, while my Desert consists of 2. I'll very rarely ever use my Desert. My Standard is the one that I use most often. And then I have my Leopard A1A1L44. I never really focused on this a lot, but I do have a Standard, Winter, and 3-tone Kark. I should probably put a bush on this. Good bow? Nah, he's fine. This is my BV-238. I just realized that the cannon might be offset, I don't know. But, only one of these were produced. And that was to suit Hitler, aka Funny Mustache Man. That was to help him escape Germany. But, it wasn't finished in time, and so, Hitler basically died, pretty much. That's pretty much how the story went. And then I have a fleet. A very poorly made fleet. Consisting of my BV-138C1, which I absolutely despise, because it only has 3 engines, which suck very poorly. I should have probably switched it with the Junkers 88A1. Now, sorry if I pronounce the Junkers wrong. I just like pronouncing it Junkers instead of Junkers or whatever. I also have the poorly made R41. I can understand why this thing only has a battle rating of 1.0. Which is why I'm putting it back which is why I'm switching it with an LS3, because this thing actually has power against its enemies. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not some dude who really focuses all this much. And then we have the Leopard. 127mm cannons, 3 of them. The Blue Water Flea, I'm researching the T-22, 1944. Basically, it's the same, except, more cannons, I guess, I don't know, and it's bigger. And it looks like a big fishing ship. Why do I have to compare everything to a fishing ship? I don't have this. Karlsruhe. But it does look good. It pretty much does look better. It looks like a massive cruiser or whatever. Maybe it is a cruiser, I don't know. Is it? It's a light cruiser. And then I'm thinking of getting the Prince Eugen next. Able to launch a plane. Yeah, boy. It's able to launch a plane. There's also a 203mm gun. 203mm gun. And then at the end, I'll be able to get the SMS Banger. Probably the biggest caliber cannons in War Thunder. I don't know. It's probably the Japanese. It has auxiliary caliber guns, meaning if your main guns are taken out, you can still fire with these auxiliary guns that can absolutely still shred ships apart. Because those guns are 150mm cannons. And then you have 8.8 centimeter AA cannons, aka flak, which is pretty neat. And yeah, I don't know what's better. The fact that Germany probably has the bigger guns, or that they have massive ships with massive guns. But here's my Tiger H1. I do angle properly. Unlike most, this is how you're supposed to angle. At least I hope. I don't know. Say you're facing an IS-1 in this, and then you angle. Well, for a fact, most, if not all, will shoot at your turret, as they know it's probably your weak spot. But if you were to take this into realistic, they would probably still see some of your turret. You're pretty big though. But if you angle like this, don't angle like this, please, where your turret is still facing the front. Your cannon breech will get hurt. Make sure the enemy doesn't fire there. That way, that doesn't happen. APHUBC, pretty much, a haha. I can go really fast. And then you have an APCR. Absolutely sucks, I think. Yeah, it sucks. There's absolutely no way an IS-2 can pen this. Unless they shoot at the driver. Unless they shoot here. Or here. Oh, and fun fact, most enemies actually do shoot where there's a lot. Basically, what I'm saying is that the IS-1 and IS-2 basically suck at penetrating angled tigers. I mean, yeah. Most of the time, penetration will not be possible against the tigers if they're angled properly. Tigers don't have a high amount of pen themselves, but they are pretty powerful if you use them properly. And yeah, Tiger is invisible from the front. Panzer IV-H is visible from the front. Ostwind, pretty much the same thing as a Panzer IV, but more visible from the front. It lacks in the armor department, but it makes up for a big cannon that makes things go boom. 10mm thick floor, meaning if an enemy can aim way up and they're stuck in the trench, and you happen to roll over that enemy, and say goodbye to your precious Ostwind if they have an HE shell, because they're pretty much dead. Unless, somehow, your transmission and fuel tanks don't explode along with your ammo. Then, I'd be surprised. Because there is absolutely no way you can survive that. If you do, congrats. You can get golden eagles for that. But anyways, I'll probably make a War Thunder video soon. So, maybe wait for that. Alright, see ya. Oh no, so one more thing I forgot to mention was that you guys are pretty epic. Anyways, see ya. Have a good day.